Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. And today's car is going to be the Ford Sierra RS 500 Cosworth 1987. I think I was boogieing away to the beautiful south in 1987. A letter to, what's it called? Annabelle still around, Annabelle too. I wrote this song for you. So, here we are then. This is a humdinger, isn't it, eh? If you're as old as me, this was a childhood fantasy. There was always someone on the estate who had one of these knocking about. A Cosworth of some kind. So, the production info. It's made by Ford. It's a 1987 road car. It says manufactured in United States, but it wasn't. It's Ford Europe, this one. It's just, it's where you have to buy it. In the game, I mean. The engine code was YBD. Its aspiration was turbocharged. It was a 2-litre engine, inline 4, with a power output of 223 brake horsepower. The gearbox is a 5-speed. It's front-engined with a rear-wheel drive. She weighs 2,661 pounds, that's 1,207 kilograms to the rest of us, and has a top speed of 154 miles per hour. Now, this says performance points in GT7 is 468.10, and I have two Cosies. Don't want to boast. I've bought two. They've got different performance powers, but they're both standard. So I think this one's got something like 464.09 performance points, and the other one in the garage is something like 464.05 or something like that. So yeah, I don't know if it's just like with the engine gets older, or because these are used cars, that the performance points goes down, and maybe 468.10 pp is if you put a new engine in there or anything. I didn't do that. This is as I bought it off the shelf. The length of this car is 4 meters 0.459, with a width of 1.728 meters and a height of 1.376. The Ford Sierra RS 500 Cosworth 87 is a road car produced by Ford. It first appeared in Gran Turismo 7 as part of update 1.26. A Cosworth tuned masterpiece that dominated touring car racing. The Sierra was a relatively standard family car with an aerodynamic hatchback body produced by Ford Europe from 1982. But in 1985, the impression of car enthusiasts regarding this Sierra took a big turn. This was because the famed Cosworth added the Sierra RS Cosworth to the selection, known affectionately as the Cosie among enthusiasts. The Sierra RS Cosworth was powered by a 2-litre inline-4 tuned to 203.2 horsepower with DOHC and a turbocharger. The chassis was reinforced and the exterior was upgraded with fender extensions and a large rear spoiler. A year later, power was further increased to 223.9 horsepower, and a 500-unit limited Sierra RS 500 Cosworth was added to the lineup, with an engine reinforced for race use and better aerodynamic details. And of course, all of these improvements were developed for touring car racing. From 1988 to 1990, the Sierra won a number of series championship titles in the International Group A category in countries such as Germany, UK, Australia, Japan, and New Zealand. Right, I'm going to read you this other bit, and I know it's going to cover a lot of what I've already said, but I thought it was written quite nicely, so I was going to read further. The Ford Sierra RS 500 Cosworth is a truly legendary car, one that all racing fans have a soft spot for. It's a special model built with the globally popular Group A races in mind, races for cars based on retail models. The original Sierra is a rear-wheel drive car developed by Ford's European operation. The RS Cosworth was then created in order to compete in 1985's Group A races. Its points of interest included a 2-litre front-mounted turbo engine created by the esteemed English company Cosworth. Its suspension and body were also specially tuned. An even more powerful Evolution model based on the RS Cosworth was released in 1987. The Sierra RS 500 Cosworth we're looking at right now. Everything's been upgraded, including the engine. Its exploits in the Group A races of the late 1980s and early 90s are still talked about to this day. And this car can be bought in the used car lot for 192,200 credits. That's it. That's all the gumph I've got. Right. Obviously, I enjoyed driving it. It's a fantastic car. There's no fault there. But I must say, earlier on in the lap, I wasn't enjoying this car. I think it really comes to life when things start getting twisty. When the track starts getting a bit twisty, this car really does come into its own. In a straight line, it wasn't much. There wasn't much there. But these parts I'm going through now, that was fun. That was hella fun. The first part of the lap didn't feel so great, but as soon as we got to these tighter turns where you could just really lean on the car, it really come into its own and it started becoming extremely fun. And I don't know if it's called Racing Evolution, but these older cars that I've been trying out, the BMW 89 and the Nissan that we've recently done, the Skyline 02, and this, the 1980, these cars really have character. They have some sort of feeling to them. The newer cars, they seem to just all feel very similar to each other. It's like we got to the end of car design, decided, right, we just want to take all feeling of cars away and then go forward from there. But these older cars, I tell thee, they're in this game. They don't seem to have much use in the game. You can use them in some of the little bits and bobs, the menus. But on a whole, they're not. There's not a lot to do with them, but they are such a great drive. They're not fast. Obviously, everyone wants to jump in the fastest thing all the time, Tomahawk. But it really is. It's one of them where you just, the old saying of just stop and smell the roses. And with these older cars, these not so faster than your top range cars, they're worth having a go in because they've got such character in the corners. Me and the Sierra, by the end, we were really gelling. We were vibing through them corners. The back end just stepping out, and I just knew what to do with her and just get her back together again. And it was great fun. Absolute fantastic car. If you get an opportunity, if it comes up in the used cars again, get yourself one and get it out on green hell, because it's fantastic. Now, I have a problem with slowing all of these road cars down, so let's see how I do this time. Seems to be a new feature. How will Thingy crash this at the end of the straight? He's gonna go for the barrier. Hey up, he managed it. Well done, lad. You're learning, you're getting better, little by little, wee by birdie. So that's the Sierra RS, Cosworth RS 82. No, I don't know, 87. There you go. Sorry. Buy it when you can. Well, this is a pickle. It seems we've only got 20 slots in the overall thing. That's a bit tight. I thought we were just going to be able to scroll down forever and do all 400 cars that they offer. But 20 is our limit on this. We can break down the tables into smaller bite-sized pieces, but the Ford Sierra RS 500 Cosworth 87 with a time of an 8:37.892 has cracked our top 20. And it's a bit off. It's a bit off. It's 11 seconds off of the Toyota Truano, but I mean that's on Sport Hards, where this is on Comfort Softs. Again, random with the tyres. Not sure why, but yes, Comfort Softs. It's cracked the top 20. That means it's beaten the BMW, and we will have a look how much by. when we do our breakdown. The new feature on The Car is the Star. Let's do the table breakdown. In PP100s, we haven't taken a single thing out. In PP200, again, blank space. PP300, blank space. PP400, nothing. I'm a bit elitist, and I won't take anything slow out. PP500, here we go. This is the table that we are looking at, and it's the Ford Sierra RS 500 Cosworth 87 topping this table with an 837.892, and that's a lot faster than the BMW M3 Sport. And the PP points aren't that far apart, so that may be that I've just got that much better at the track. I don't know. The science is off a little bit with this one. But yeah, 837.892, and somewhat quite ahead of the BMW. I'm not even working out those seconds. All right, I will. Okay, 2.2. Carry the 10. That'll be 12.2. Add the 5. 17.2. 17.2 seconds slower. Faster. The Beamer's, oh, sod it. The 600s, Toyota Celica rally car is heading the 600 table with the Jaguar XJ22092 in second place. And then moving on to the PP700s, that's a big gaggle of cars with the Ford Focus. Group B car is heading, we've got rally cars heading all of these tables, and the Lamborghini Veneno 2014 in second place there. And then moving on to the PP800, we've got the Peugeots. This is the battle of the Group 3s, it seems. There we go. It's a Group 3 table with the PP800s, and Peugeot is leading that one. And then we have the Audi League, the Audi e-tron Vision Gran Turismo League, and it's in a league of its own. Very good. Right, these are going to go on for a while, aren't they, if we're going to start doing all these silly table things. Well, the Ford Sierra has cracked the top 20, and thank you for tuning in and watching this. Hit like, subscribe, share, all the things that YouTube really want you to do, because they want to become bigger and bigger and take over the world. And I'm down with that, because I like YouTube. I've got nothing else to tell you, I think. Oh, come and join our community. It's in the about part of YouTube, somewhere around here. Do you know what? I've just pointed downwards, so I'm guessing it's underneath the video, and I'm pointing down in real life, which is really weird. It's time to go. Tiru, peace and love. Peace and love.